The newly recrowned king of the Dream SMP, and one of my favorite streamers on Twitch. I'm going to be analyzing the base of Eret's character in the Dream SMP, focusing on their kindness, title, and more to uncover the deepest, darkest secrets about Eret. Warning, this video contains spoilers to the Dream SMP, specifically for Eret's current and past arcs. If any information is incorrect and outdated as of the day I'm posting this, please let me know, as I can always miss things or be completely wrong altogether. Again, this video includes both an analysis and theories for the character in the future. In the description, I have timestamps if you want to skip over any sections I talk about. Right then, what we know as of the 13th of February 2021 is that Eret is known to have some of the most positive relations to other characters on the server. Even though they did betray L'Manberg early on, they have since regained the previous members' trust. They're the first member to use the phrase "it was never meant to be," and that line has since been used in many famous events.
It was never meant to be.
Oh my god. You didn't.
Eret always talks to people, regardless of past conflicts or which side someone's on, making them one of the most likable people by the players and community of the Dream SMP. An example of this is how Eret leaves pink wool around chests labeled "You Matter" with a heart, and I think that's really sweet. However, Eret does value success, and is known to switch sides as soon as they think their own side isn't going to win whichever battle they're facing. Then again, Eret has said they want to use their title and kingship to help others on the server and aid in its peace. During the Manberg vs. Pogtopia War, Dream dethroned Eret and seated George in their place. After that, they became a citizen of Manberg. Of course, now that the entire country is gone, they now reside with themselves, simply being the king of the server and happily taking their place as the rightful king in their monarchy. They do have a relation to Snowchester, but more on that later. Eret also has plans to adopt Fundy, Wilbur's biological child with Sally the Salmon. Because of complications, that is yet to happen. Eret has built a cafe, stone pyramid, and most importantly, a museum, housing important things like the drug cameravan. Yes, cameravan! The old community house, and an empty wall of quotes. The museum is far from done, but already has plans to house important things from L'Manberg and more. More recently, Eret helped in the attempted resurrection of Wilbur Soot, which didn't go as planned. Instead, Wilbur and Schlatt's consciousness combined in a way, making them almost share a consciousness for a while. After, Phil and Rambo turned Eret away from helping them get a totem of undying for Ghostbur, making Eret upset, as they really just wanted to make things better. However, Phil, Rambo, Tubbo, and Eret all ended up going together, and it was a happy ending. Minus the Dark Oak Mansion's inhabitants, that is. Lastly, Eret is secretly an ambassador of Snowchester and owns a Snowchester flag shield to go with it. Now then, you're all caught up on Eret's lovely character, or if you skipped to this part of the video right away, welcome! Glad to have you. This is the part I talk about future theories for Eret's character. I start with a few smaller theories not linked with one another, then a large one at the end. Be sure to stay tuned to see how everything all comes together. Adoption. There are 4 ways Eret's adoption of Fundy can go. First of all, if Phil changes his mind about allowing the adoption as his closest living relative, Eret won't be able to adopt Fundy. Another thing is if Wilbur is brought back to life and wants to be Fundy's dad, that's his right to unless he somehow does something that warrants taking Fundy away. A low chance option is Fundy not wanting anything to do with Eret being his parent, which could be plausible if Fundy's fine with Ghostbur being his father figure. Other than that, it could simply happen with Eret adopting Fundy. End of story. Kingship. I doubt Eret will be thrown off their, well, throne anytime soon. Since Dream is in jail and George is probably fine not having a royal title, Eret has a very high chance of not losing their position. However, if they ever do lose their kingship, my guess is they'd have full allegiance with Snowchester, having complete safety considering the fact that Snowchester has nukes and a really arsonistic president.
Hey, we didn't start the fire! It was always burning since the world's been turning! We didn't stop... What?
The Bloodvine Saga. Though they have positive-ish relations with Bad Boy Halo in the Badlands, they know the Bloodvines in the Egg are bad news, and they're well aware of the destruction and manipulation it has caused. They've said how much they want to destroy the Egg and Bloodvines, but knowing how it affects people like Bad Boy Halo and Aunt Frost, they don't want to take that chance. Piecing together and adding. Considering all of these little theories, what their character has done in the past, and their newly regained full kingship without Dream looming over them, here's my theory for the future of King Eret. So Eret's only goal as king now is to use the title for good, trying to further redeem themselves and making everyone else on the server happy. So as much as I think I personally want them to go through some varying character development, I think their character is going to stay the good guy for a while. Mostly because they want to fully regain the trust of other members and genuinely help the server and be a good king. So for all you angsty Eret fans, sorry to break it to you, Eret's probably just gonna hang out for a while. However, they're going to try to stop the Bloodvines, as it's getting way out of hand, stretching across the Lemanhole, Old Lemanberg area, and around the server. Because of how bad it's getting, if Eret didn't step in, it would impact their reputation, as the Bloodvines could spread to the entirety of the server, including the Pride Palace. Not only that, but everyone's mind is going to be altered. The only ones immune to the egg that we know of are Ranboo and Tommy, and even then Ranboo's iffy. Though there are people whose reactions are negative towards the egg.
You could take off your armor and listen to what it says, but that is very risky and you'll know how you feel. Do you want to?
There's still a chance that opinion could side them with the Eggpire, like Puns, Antfrost, and Skeppy. Considering that, how Eret will go about getting rid of the vast amounts of Bloodvines is unsure. They could use one of the egg's weaknesses, like holy water, blue flames, or obsidian, but obsidian is more used with containing it rather than destroying it. Holy water seems to help with the corruption, but will take far too long, so their best bet would be fire. Getting rid of the Bloodvines is going to prove to be a difficult task, one nearly impossible to accomplish alone. My guess is they'll have some of the help from people with neutral or negative opinions toward the egg, and get them to help. One thing though, what happens if Eret somehow falls into the Empire's clutches? Similar with what happened with Awesome Dude recently, Eret could get trapped by the Eggpire and be in close contact with the egg for a very long period of time. This development would be crucial in the direction of the story. If their opinion is negative towards the egg, not much will change. However, if it's positive or similar to Bad's, that's where things can get tricky. Let's say they do get trapped in the mesmerization of the egg, then what? They'll probably tell anyone they're working with that it's fine and the Bloodvines can stay, letting it envelop the Pride Palace and continue growing around the server, taking in more victims to partake in this strange, cult-like empire. Eret would even go as far as to help plant the Bloodvine seeds around the server, using their connections and trust from other players to do it rather inconspicuously. After that, Eret could be considered a traitor to Snowchester or the entirety of the server. On the other hand, if the majority of the server is with the Eggpire by then it would only further their trust with the players, but only for the time being. So thinking about that, in fact, Eret's character can go in a lot of different directions, but their character will still be Eret at heart. Whether they're corrupted by the egg or ruling as normal, they're still going to be kind, funny, and a great perspective to watch. And that's the theory. Thank you so much if you made it this far. If you think I did a good job, be sure to smash that like button, and if you want to see more content like this, subscribe and comment down below what you want me to do next. Your comments always make my day and really help me out. Your support from my last video was mental. Thank you all so much. Fun fact, practically every time I wrote Eret in my script, it wanted to autocorrect to erect. Example A, but their character will still be erect at heart. Not the direction of this theory. Thank you again, and see you soon.
We see curated, it's overrated.